Well, we just have a meds. Well, we jam, we jam. Well, we just have a meds. Well, we jam, we jam. Now let's pick up from where we left off, right? Let's do a little bit of that. So we were talking about social media and why it's a genjutsu, why it's an infinite Tsukiyomi, why it is a Trojan horse or a gambit. Yeah? It's a gift and a curse. It's a gift and a curse. Right? Yeah, we're in the age of information, where we have more information than any time than ever. However, it is now more difficult to know what is real from what is false. You know, what is true from what is, you know, what is reality, what is expectation. You know, there's this little, yeah, you know, that little line of symmetry right there, and you're not really sure the different, you know when people do comparison between the different platforms with graphics. Oh, this is the PS2 graphics, this is the Xbox graphics, this is the GameCube graphics. You know, like, can you spot the difference? Some people can. And it's funny how people know more of the differences in that than knowing what is real and what is not in a this right now. Somebody can make a video about anything or post a picture about anything and drop it on social media and people run with it. That's why it's more dangerous than AI. That's why I said that. And that's why it's an infinite Tsukiyomi. Because how do you know what is real from what's not? How you know? How you know? How you know Aizen never trick you? How you know? How you know you're not trapped in a, you know, Kyoku sweet gets? Like, how do you know? How do you know? You see what end up happening now? And we're going to be real about this. You're going to realize, say, there's a lot of information on how to get. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say a line that I saw on social media. I'm going to use social media to give social media their props. So let me use that line. The line went as follows. Everybody is so focused on finding the right person, yet no one is focused on being the right person. And that's a picture, that's a little image, or a little JPEG we're going to see with that. And I'm like, like that. And I think what is happening is that, you know, people are seeing relationship quotes. They're seeing philosophical quotes. They're seeing this. They're seeing Marcus Aurelius. They're seeing Socrates. They're seeing, you know, name them. You know, Seneca, whoever. And why this is where I'm getting at. We are look to somebody else and not looking to ourselves. You understand? It's like we want somebody for. Alright, we in the dancehall and hip hop culture, we don't like when people have ghostwriters. But yet we want ghostwriters for full life. Think about it. If we hear say Drake have ghostwriters, we kill him for that. But yet the whole of we on the social media space, as far as I'm concerned, whether they are wait upon this person, we are wait upon Jessica always for tell we what to do in order to get women to respect us. Dog, bam. That's all you have to do. Bam, bam. You don't know? Be a man. That's it. That's it. Be a man, goddammit. Be a man. You don't need to do nothing else. You don't need to take people advice and you need to go to the gym so you can get muscular and look more manly and if you're gonna do that because you want to do it. Don't do it because you want a girl to respect you. That's crazy. Can you imagine that? Imagine me. I remember, I'll never forget. I'll never forget this. There was a time when I was I was there was a time when I was talking to my ex, and she's there like, oh, you know, the next time you're dating, you should have a car, right? That's what she said to me. And I remember being like, wait, me must get car so I can drive girl about the place. Like so become I want a woman, me must get a car. Me must make that financial investment for get a vehicle so that I can get a girl. That's what he's saying to me right now. And you know, let me tell you why it's so funny. Because I remember her being so disappointed. She was so disappointed, she was so mad, right? But that's how I look on life. I look on it like, fam, if I'm going to do something, like, let's say, if I'm going to get a vehicle, that vehicle is going to be more than a vehicle. I'm going to use it for make content. You understand? Like, yeah, man, we're going to use it for make content. We're going to use it for make deliveries. And like, me, I make money. Like, if I get a vehicle, it now will just be a luxury item. Me not depend that. Vehicle and not like a body. Like a hot girl will just lie down in a house and nah do nothing. But me just pay for everything and she not. You have to, girl, you better can cook. Okay? You're not just there for decoration. You're not Christmas ornament. Yeah. I'm sorry. You know, the point is, I believe in utility, right? If I purchase something, it have to have use beyond just, man, I just have a vehicle just for have the vehicle. I don't mean that. And I'm not going to change my philosophy on how me move because I want to be impressive to somebody else. You understand me? And that's the thing. If you don't listen, if you don't learn anything else from me, learn this. Think for yourself, please. That's all. I'm only asking you to think for yourself. That's it. You understand? I'm only asking because look at this. Every name that I have for every page that I have, nobody else never give me the name. I call myself one junker man. You know why? Because I know that I'm going to ruffle feathers. If I offend myself, I'm going to offend you. You understand? If I hold myself accountable, I'm going to hold others accountable. That's how it go. If I ruffle my feathers, I will ruffle yours as well. I'll just say it go. Because guess what? There's nobody that is more hated than he who speaks the truth. So that is why me can't tell you straight, nobody don't really like me like that. and speaking of that, we go talk about that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about being liked. Because being liked, you know, we have an obsession for being liked, you know, whether we like it or not. Because I would love to be liked. But then I realize how useless that is. I realize. Because guess what? If people like you, why do they like you? Because of what they can get in the moment. It's one of the reasons why when something bad happened to you, don't think about it as, oh, but why this reached me? No, I know you it happened to. When something bad happened to you, it is testing the people in your life, in your circle. Something happened, something drop in the water, there's a ripple effect. You understand? There's a little, some concentric circles going out. You understand? In a physics, you'll probably understand, yeah? There's a ripple effect. And the question is, in the people in your circle, when they feel that ripple effect, how do they respond to that? Give me a second, because me not tolerate this. Hold on there. Yeah, so for example, let's say me experienced this quite literally. I was in a situation where Basically, hey, trust me, you have to love God. You have to love God. Because God show you certain things based on your experience and how people deal with you. Remember one time me one woman drive out and the car basically more or less practically exploded. You understand? The car get set ablaze out of nowhere. Just burn up. And the way how she deal with me since that time all the way into, you know, like couple months after it happened, it's like the way she talk to me and this and that. I screenshot every message. Come here and say, no man, wait, just what you gonna do, man? I screenshot every single message what she send me. Because at one point she looked at me and said like, what do you think there is between us? Da 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 da, whatever, blah blah blah. I'm gonna say, alright, cool. And one day she come message me, I'm the lady that was in the vehicle fire with you the other day and da da da, and I was wondering if you're going to help me. I just look at her and say, hey girl, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this straight, right now. There's nothing between me and you. You're not my woman, me not married to you, and me not obligated to you. Don't call back my phone and don't message me from no new number or nothing like that. Link my lawyer or don't chat. Just when I tell you say I block that number there, heavy, I block her for everything. And it go back to something that a brother say. And I might play that video there so you can hear it. You cannot be nasty and needy. You hear me tell you? You cannot be nasty and needy. And I remember thinking to myself, why did this happen to me? Like the vehicle burn up and blow up and all of that. Like why that reached me? I know why it reached me. Because it was showing me like who was real and who wasn't. You see, when somebody can allow a tragedy that you and them experience together and them allow that to separate you from them never there on your side in the first. And the reason why that is important is because we look on these things, these tragedies happen to us not to expose us. It's to expose the people around we. It's a test from God to say, oh, you love him? Make us see if you really love this person. Make us see, what are you going to do when this happens to this person? God is not testing you. I know you him a test. Him a test the people around you to see if them legit. Him a test the people around you to see if them legit. If them love in theory or if them love in practice. As I say, some people lit but never lip. Some people sit but never sip. Some people support in theory but don't support in practice. Them love in theory but do not love in practice. So when bad things are reach you and you it reach, it's the people around you. It's always the people around you. Will you wheelchair me around if me end up, in a hospital and me need wheelchair for get around? Because love is not this thing where it's this feeling. No, it's a commitment. Are you committed to this person where you claim say you have ratings for? Because if you rate them, if them go blind, you're there for them same way. You can't just left them because him can't see, so that's it. Me see woman left man as soon as them find out say the man go blind. The man end up in a wheelchair and she just left him. So when people talk about love, in reality they love in theory. They don't love in practice. Most people support in theory. Them don't support in practice. So anyway, more traffic jam. So, on that note, when we just have a meds, when we jam, we jam. When we just have a meds, when we jam, we jam. Yeah? When we just have a meds, when we jam, we jam.